Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Peace. Welcome to another video. Just went X1 again at Locals 5 rounds. You guys saw the rounds, so I'm going to take you through the deck profile. I did cut the adventure package like I was saying I was going to do in the last deck profile, and I did actually cut it down to 40. What happens is you draw the bricks a lot more often, but at least you do draw the board breakers like your Forbidden Droplet at least more often to be able to interact with your opponent. So there are trade-offs, unfortunately, but drawing the bricks is just so bad. I'm thinking that somewhere in the middle of 40 and 60 is correct. But so today I played Danger, Bystial, Thunder Dragon. So I'll take you through the 40 card list, and then we can go through the side deck and extra deck. So the Danger package, I did cut this down a little bit from last time since we're only playing 40 now. So Jackalope, Tsuchinoko, please Konami, bring these back. Chupacabra, since you play a lot of names. Mothman, I don't really like letting my opponent draw a card, but I mean, like, in some fringe scenarios, you need to search it off your Nessie. Triple Nessie, and then the one Bigfoot. This comes in clutch so often. It's a level 8 body, and it can pop face-up cards. It's, like, so good. So, yeah, Danger package is just these, just 8. Next up, the Bystial package. So we play 3 Lubellion, and then one of each of the names besides that other one, but I don't even know what that one does. And then the 1 Regained. So, yeah, part of the Black Metal Dragon combo, you can actually end on an insane board with like spheres and then brand regained and all this stuff, which is really nice. And you can only do that because you play the Sornier, which is really cool. So yeah, that's those first 2 packages. Next engine is the Thunder engine. So we cut it back down. I didn't like the vanilla Thunder Dragon. Like, you need to dedicate too much of your deck and extra deck to that strategy. So these are just like one-ofs that you can tutor out of your deck basically with your the fusion card that I'll get to in the extra deck. Next up, the best normal summon in this deck, probably in the game, honestly. Black Metal Dragon. This card does everything on its own, so you definitely want to try and see it. Your first 2 cards that you search off of it are your Red MD and your Meteor Dragon. This is not once per turn, so if you loop this back into your main deck with like a Saryuja, like I've done in tournament, or with a Branded Regained, you can search it again. So it just adds more advantage, so you can make your Saryujas after one another. The rest of the dragons, we've got the Omni Dragon Brotar. This card is insane. You can search Nibiru off of it. You'll see that in the side deck. You can search your Levianeer. It's just crazy. I was trying to Buster Lock people today, but it still needs some work. I was unable to do it all day and last time too. Like, I can't do it. I'm not seeing the guy, DMZ Dragon. So basically the idea is to draw this off Saryuja, special summon it, and then you can go into your Buster Well, dump this to the graveyard, and you can equip this to anything. If you haven't already gone through Pisty yet, what you can do is actually use its abilities to special summon itself, get another body, bring this back with Pisty. Once you link this off, you can just use it again, because this is not once per turn, so pretty cool interaction with that. There's got to be something here with this. I just haven't figured it out yet. 2 Chaos Dragon Levianeer. 2 always puts people on tilt. I cut the Melody of the Awakening Dragon because I cut the deck size down, and I was getting ashed on that every single time anyway, so I just cut it. Like, sorry, whatever. It didn't matter that, like, I was searching off of Nessie after that. Like, my dangers were getting hit every single time. The rest of the level 8 dragons, so you can make your rank 8s, are Darkest Diablosis. This rips from your opponent's hand. And then the 1 Chaos Emperor Armageddon Dragon. This adds from Banished and then special summons as a level 8 body. This card is just so versatile. I really like this card a lot. Next up, 1 for 1. This gets out, I mean, you would never really summon this, or Droll for that matter, but you would summon your Black Metal or your Omni Dragon Brotar. Next up, Chaos Space. This searches your Levianeers, your Chaos Emperor, or your Lubellions. I decided to cut the baby dragons from this list, so you're not going to see Chaos Angel in the extra deck at all. I don't think that the Chaos Dragons do enough by themselves. Like, sure, like if you pitch off one of Thunder Dragons, you can end on Colossus Spheres, but Black Metal Dragon does all that and more, so you don't need to play the baby dragons. I cut them. And then the 1 Field Spell, I was thinking of cutting this, but you do need it for one of your lines with your Black Metal Dragon to actually get to the full board. So there's 2 options with this, and I'll show those in a later video. But this is still necessary, even though you draw it in brick sometimes. Like, there's no good dumps now that we're not playing Absurd or Search Tracer. So unfortunate. So that's the Dragon Engine. And then next is just the defensive cards. We do play Gamma in the main. I did cut Called by the Grave, but this is basically for all of those cards that we could activate at the start that don't put a monster on board, but can lose to Ash or Droll. We Gamma them, and then we have 2 bodies. We don't play the Omega, unfortunately, because there's just no room. Well, we could probably make room because like there's some cards in the extra deck that I'll get to that I don't summon that much. But like Gamma's just really nice. It just puts bodies on board, and you have to play this brick in order for your Black Metal Dragon to have the full value. And then finally, triple main deck droplet. I brought this back into the main because you just need to have answers for crazy stuff like the Centurion deck, your opponent's Colossus. You absolutely need to search sometimes. Like, it's just to turn off something that's giving you a problem. All right, that's the 40 card main deck. Extra deck has not changed, so I'll just go through it quickly. This Colossus, welcome back. This is the Trishula Fusion. There's one line with Black Metal Dragon that utilizes this to rip from your opponent's extra deck, and then also give you access to your Colossus and an SP, which is really nice. So that's why you play this card. It can make any Thunder Dragon hand that you don't have any Thunder Dragons. If it's just Dragon Link, you can make that into a Colossus if the Colossus wins that matchup. So that's what this is there for. Hope Harbinger. This is just so rare now. Even though we play a bunch of level 8s like Lubalion and Levianeer and the Diablosis, it's just not as consistent because, honestly, we need the good dangers back to 3 to have enough bodies on board to be able to use those as link material, because when you're making 2-star Yuzhas, you're using a lot of level 8 bodies. So this could be anything else. It rarely comes up, but like it's really good to redirect attacks to protect your SP Little Knight, your IP Masquerena, your Heavenly Spheres, your Apollosa. It just protects all that stuff from battle. The rest is just links. Striker Dragon, Pisty, Heavenly Spheres. This dumps the Buster Lock card so you can bring it back with the MZ Dragon. IP Masquerena, the Romulus, so you can search the Dragon Ravine. The SP Little Knight, shout out to Team Bag Cards. Thanks guys for this. Comes up so often. The rest is link, really high link monsters. Apollosa, never summoned it today. Access Code, never summoned it today. Saryuja, I summoned both of these like all the time. And then, whoa, jump scare. This card's insane. Alright, finally, side deck. I decided that Nibiru is correct, and I did get to nib someone today, and it helped me I believe I won that game against Steve, so Infernoble doesn't stand a chance against the Rock. Alright, next up, if you're playing Gamma, you might as well side these if you can afford them. I had these from back when I used to try to play side frames, but these are like $15 a piece now. But I mean, you can negate a really powerful spell, and that can just turn off your opponent's turn, because people play around monster negation, usually. They don't really play around spell negation, and this just negates the activation and destroys it. This can really stifle someone, so I put them in going second in most matchups. Next up, the 3 Droll and Lockbird. There's just so many decks out there. Like, this should honestly be main deck. I got main deck Droll today, and it ended my turn. Like, there's just certain cope decks that just die to this, and it's really good. Probably not good against meta, but my current locals right now is not meta. Especially on Thursdays, it seems like, so I should have main decked these. Next up, my 1-up Thrust, my 1-up Talents to search off of it, my 1-up Harpy's Feather Duster. I really need more back row removal, but whatever. Levianeer just says bye. Konami hit all the floodgates anyway. Called by the Grave, like if I know they're putting in Drolls or Ashes or whatever, like I'll try and see the 1-of. Like if I draw it off a danger and then I activate it on resolution, like that's probably the most cracked interaction that you can have with it. Anti-spell fragrance, I won games off of this. This is the only floodgate left that's really good that can just turn off the turn. They should have honestly banned it because it's just a win more card. I was able to use it twice today, once against Julian and then once against Steve. It just wins the game. It's so stupid. And then the last trap, Branded Beast. Like this is almost main deck worthy. This card is insane. Every turn you get a pop, and it can set your branded regained from the graveyard once it's popped. So it was popped, I put this out, and then I was able to bring it back, and that just gave me so much follow-up. Is actually insane. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for the next one.